Alright, here is the Office 1.6 skill. We're talking about checking spelling here. The reason this is in the Office chapter is because Spell Checker is not just a thing available to you in Microsoft Word. You can also use it in Excel, PowerPoint, and Access as well. Many other Microsoft products will have spell checking in it. To do spell checking, you might be familiar with this. One thing you can see here in Word, which separates it a little bit from some of the others, is that Word gives you these helpful little indicators here. The red line underneath the misspelled words here, and the blue line under the probably improper use of the word. But we'll get those. We'll see those in the actual spell checker. To use spell checker, you go to the Review tab in Office 2010 in Word 2010. Most of them, except for the Access, all of them are on the Review tab. And then you click here on the Spelling and Grammar button. We click that, it'll bring up this little dialog box. It helps you through it. You can see here in the red, it shows me the word that's misspelled, gives me suggestions here. The one that I do want is spell. So what I can do is I can say change, which will change it here. You can see I also have it misspelled right here. So I can select change all here. Maybe that's a word I like or I want to keep. Another thing I can do is I can add it to the dictionary. Let's say SPEL is actually a word I use. It's not in this case, but I can say, yeah, I use that, or I can ignore it. I'll just click change all here, and you see it'll change that spell. I guess it doesn't change this one because the S isn't capitalized. We get to great here, and it says, well, that's a true word, great, the way you spelled it, but you might be looking for the word great, like as in very, very good. So it gives us suggestions too for words that are misproperly used. You can see as you go through here, weather, again, that's talking about the rain and the sun and everything, where the real word I'm looking for is like whether or not. So I can change that. Really, you can just work through the spell checker and does that for you. You can see here just real quickly, like I said, spell checker will work in Excel too. It just doesn't give you the special underlining stuff like you see in Word, but spell checker is there. I can go to the Review tab and find it on that spelling, but even if I forgot where it was, say Review tab, I couldn't remember that. One of the things, I want you to look at this in all of your lessons. You see the try this section here. If you're looking at your book on page Office 15, the 1.6 check spelling, the very bottom right, you can see try this. These try lists are great. They're going to give you the keyboard shortcuts to do all this stuff, so you don't have to be moving your mouse around, clicking on stuff, waiting for things, you know, focusing in, clicking on things. Keyboard shortcuts are so much faster. You can see right there, to open the spelling dialog box, hit F7. So I just hit F7, boom, it pops right up. Okay, and it goes through, and you can see there's the spell again. I can change that. And then special, oh, I had another one in there. Didn't even know I had that. So special, change that, and it's done. And that was just by hitting the F7 button, okay? So pay close attention to those try lists. They're really helpful. They're going to make you so much faster on the computer. Oh, and you're probably saying I need the keyword for the quiz. The code word for this one is going to be Exodus. That's EXODUS. That's the second book of the Bible. This is the second instruction. I'll tell you what, the third video instruction is not going to be the third book of the Bible, so don't just go ahead and start guessing. Alright.